Hi, this is James again, and I'm going to be talking about whether or not you might need counseling. There's a lot of people that walk around, you know them, and I know them, and these are people who are struggling with issues. It might be drugs, alcohol, suicide, depression. They're sad all the time. Maybe they just broke up from someone, but these are people who are just struggling and they don't know what to do. And they're just burning the ears of their friends, telling them their story. And I've had people tell me their story, as a friend, at least 7, 8, 9, 10 times in a week. It's just they're hurting, they're in pain. And what I tell folks is that it doesn't hurt to go and talk to somebody, but now you have to be very careful. Be very careful not to pick those friends to talk to who want to dominate your thinking and want you to do it the way they want you to do it. We call them controllers. You have to be very careful. And so I'm going to tell you a little bit of how I deal with it when I have challenges on me. I usually select about, oh, anywhere from 5 to 7 folks that I'm going to talk to. Now, remember my background. My background is psychology, counseling, social work, and so forth. And you're saying, well, James, you don't go look for a psychologist or a therapist. No, I don't. I'm looking for people who are very objective. That is, they care enough about me to tell me the truth. They're not going to tickle my ears or try to make me feel good. They're going to give it to me straight. Whether I can handle it or not, they're going to give it to me straight because they want to see me move out of whatever I'm in so I can move forward. Now, it takes a little bit to be able to handle that. And so I won't say that I use the same people all the time, but I'm not looking for people to agree with me. I'm looking for people to say, hey, James, this is how I see it. And they give me their perception. And what I do is I take that perception and I kind of categorize it or I put it on a shelf because I'm going to come back to it again. Because I'm going to go to person number 2 and person number 3 and 4 and 5 and get their perception. I'm going to see what similarities are there, differences, and so forth. But I'm going to get to it. I'm not afraid to talk. And then another reason why I talk is because I want to get it out my system. I know the more time I talk about my particular challenges, I'm getting it out of my system. For example, the first time I talk is very painful. I might be halfway in tears when I'm talking to somebody. The second time, I still got some tears. I'm in pain. The third time, not so many tears, not so much pain. The fourth and fifth time, I don't have the tears and the pain. I can talk more with the words. By the time I get to the 6th or 7th person, I got it out, and they're wondering if I really got a problem, But I don't believe in letting it just fester inside of me, becoming a cancer or an infection and so forth. I believe in talking it out, and I want some of you to do that too. Now, going to a counselor or therapist or psychologist, that's not all bad. Sometimes we need to go to these people just to get another objective. If you don't have any friends you can trust, because I know how it is with friends. You start talking, and by the time you leave them and get into your car, all your business is all over town. I understand that. I get it. But this is when you go to a professional person and you talk with them. Pay them money. Don't be looking at, well, I'm just going to go one time, or I don't think I have all the money. I only have half the money. Go and get a professional opinion. Many times folks come to me and they'll say, well, I'm not sure what's wrong with me, and so I need a professional to make that assessment. And folks, I can tell you this, believe it or not, I have had people come in and I just told them, I can't find a problem with you. Now, usually I wait 2 or 3 sessions before I say that. I don't try to say it on the initial assessment, but I'll just say, let me hear what's going on. And if it looks like it fits within the normal range, what most of us go through, I'll tell you that. And some of it will fit into that normal range. If you broken up with your girlfriend or boyfriend and you were in love with them and so forth, and now they've left you with one of those sudden breakups and so, yes, you're going to have some heartaches and pains. That's all normal. What I'm concerned about is, can you get through it and move on, or are you making those statements such as, because your boyfriend left you, all men are no good, or because your girlfriend left you, all women are no good. When you start making those kind of statements, those are red flags that are all over the football field that sends a signal that there's something wrong. Okay, so go and talk to somebody. Don't let it fester. A lot of times people will try to suppress things inside of them. And you know what happens? I like to think of the example of sometimes when I clean up, I try to put everything in one closet. Yes, I do. I'm admitting that, okay? I push everything into the closet. And you know what happens? Sometimes a friend will come over, they'll come over and just sit with me and talk. And you know what happens? That closet door that I packed flies open, and everything I was stuffing in there suddenly is all over the floor. Now I'm embarrassed. This is what happens to you with feelings and emotions, especially negative feelings and emotions. You're just stuffing and stuffing, saying, I can handle this, or I'm immune to this, or I'll get through it. Stop lying to yourself. Stop going into denial and just say, hey, this is something I need to talk with about. Let me identify a few friends that I can just individually talk with. Sometimes the face-to-face contact is better than the telephone thing. People hide behind telephone talking, texting, and so forth. Sometimes you need to just sit with somebody. It could be at a coffee shop. It could be having lunch, and just share. Put it on the table. And when you put it on the table, you know what you're going to find out? What you thought you were hiding is going to become almost common when you talk to the person you're talking to, because they're going to say, I've been there before too. Let me tell you what I've done. And I finally want to say is that whatever you're going through, I want you to get through it. You know why? Because, you know, this is one planet, one earth. We all walk into one spirit and so forth. When you have a problem, it's important that you get through it so that you can go back and help others get through it. You can't help others get through it if you couldn't get through your own ordeal.